This has been a crazy and wild and wacky series. And tonight, the last game in Toronto is going to do a lot. It's really going to do a lot concerning who is going to win this series. Many feel Toronto has to win tonight to win the series. But the way this series is going, it is wild, it is wacky, it has not been anything that you would expect. This was supposed to be 3-1, but Toronto came all the way back and took a 9-7 victory to tie this series at 2. Jimmy Key tonight against Bob Welsh. And tonight, the ALDS game number 5. This is going to be a crazy one, maybe. So here's Jimmy Key. He's really good. He's 0-1. He lost one game, a 1.50 ERA. He's pitched 6 innings, given up 8 hits. Walk done, struck out 2. He's averaging over a walk and a hit per innings pitched. And we're about ready to go. First up, Stan Javier. They're moving it up. They're changing it up a little bit and trying to find out what works. So Jimmy Key against Javier to begin game number 5. Who knows how this one is going to go? Jimmy Key. And that's going to be a high pop up center field. Going back and making the catch, 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Jimmy Key looking good right now. Javier, Lansford, Canseco, and McGuire not great. Series is Henderson, Parker, Steinbach, Glenn Hubbard, and Walt Weiss. 4 home runs in a postseason. Ironically, Jose Canseco has the worst average, while Carney Lansford has the best. So here's Carney Lansford booing him because he's good in this series. That's going to be a hard hit and a catch, 2 outs. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Fernandez with the catch. Remember in the last game, Fernandez hit that home run to make everybody go crazy. And here's Jose Canseco. Are they going to have a 3-pitch inning? And Jimmy Key now with 2 outs. That's going to be fouled away, 0-1. They wanted all the money in the bucket. A lot of times pitchers will put in everybody $5 into a bucket every game. And if you get a 3-pitch inning, you get everything. That happens. 2 strikes now. Canseco, it's 0-2. This could be a quick inning. Now, you remember Doug Drabeck, he also had a 5-pitch first inning for the Pirates and lost the game. That'll be fouled away. So Canseco now against Jimmy Key. Jimmy's trying to get this one here. It's going to be outside 1-2. 6 total pitches, and Jimmy now. The 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. Down below and fouled back, so Canseco is not going down easily. Jimmy Key wanted to get this inning over with quickly. Maybe 3 pitches. This is the 6th one to Canseco on the ground and a base hit. So Canseco stayed alive and he'll get on. So in a pivotal game number 5, Jose Canseco gets on with a single. He's fast too. Here's McGuire, who's hitting .222. Now Key's a left-hander, so he's going to have Canseco go back to first a lot more. McGuire, and he's .222, no home runs, but he has 4 RBI here in the postseason. First inning, 1 on, 2 out. The first 2 out came very quickly, and these have been totally different in the last 2. McGuire and Canseco, it'll be 1-1 with 2 outs. And they go back to first. You see Fred Mcgriff at first. He has had some great moments, and he's also had some low moments in this series. And again, they go back to first, and he's safe. So the 1-1 now for Mark McGuire. Down low, it'll be 2-1. Tony La Russa He knows how big early inning runs can be, especially in Game 5s on the road. That'll be fouled away. Look what the Mets and the Pirates did. The Mets got the early head, and that's what happens. The Mets and the Pirates will be tomorrow. The Mets might try. There it is, off the steal. That's going to be a base hit. It'll hit the ground. Canseco can score and make it 1-0. It was a hit and run, and they will make it 1-0. They throw to second. He's going to be saved. 1-0 Oakland. McGuire with the base hit to right. On a hit and run, and Canseco scores. So the Bash brothers. Oh my goodness, the Bash brothers. That was so big there. Here's Dave Henderson now. This went from easy. The first 2 pitches were outs. The last 11 have been a struggle, and that's going to be fouled off 0-1. So Jimmy Key now with McGuire at second base against Dave Henderson. High pop fly. This one's going to be back. This one's going to be near the wall. Dave Henderson, and it's caught. It is caught. But Mark McGuire on a hit and run. He hits a base hit to right field, and it is 1-0. We go to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first inning, Bob Welsh started 1. His record is 0-1. He was terrible. You look at that, you want to scream if you're an Oakland fan, but you're hoping that his stats are going to even out here. Here's Lloyd Mosby. Remember, for Oakland, he started, I believe it was game number 2, when the Crime Dog went crazy on him. 3 home runs in that game. Here's Lloyd Mosby, down ball 1. Well, Toronto got 9 times to bat, and if they don't score any runs, then that's it. You never know what kind of a game this is going to be. 2-0. The winner takes a 3-2 lead in the series, with the last 2 being in Oakland. 3-0 to Lloyd Mosby, and Fernandez will be on deck. Oh, Fernandez, what a home run. He was a shortstop. Mosby, who had to catch last inning at the wall to end the inning, and that's going to be a strike. 3-1. Lloyd Mosby hitting .238 now. Welsh now his 5th pitch, the 3-1. Low, and they walk Mosby, and he'll be on first. So Welsh's struggles continue. If you're Oakland, here's Tony Fernandez. Wow, did he have that unbelievable home run in the last game? He's going to be safe there. Fernandez will get on. Welsh. With Welsh struggling, why steal? You don't need it. That's going to be outside ball 1. They're not giving him no favors. 83 speed at first for Lloyd Mosby. Fernandez now hitting .300. That's going to be a strike. 1-1. .313 average. 5 for 16 so far in this series. But Fernandez was a heck of a home run in the last game. That's going to be inside. 1-2. That was a strike. It could have been a meatball there. So Tony Fernandez, 1 ball, 2 strikes against Bob Welsh. Oh, and it hit him, and they go to first. They go to first, and Fernandez will go to first. So now we have 2 on with nobody out. And here's the Crime Dog. He owned Welsh the last time they played. He absolutely owned him. And oh my goodness, did he ever own him. Here's Mcgriff, 400 in the series. Oh, outside ball 1, and Welsh knows it. He had 3 home runs and 6 RBIs in that unbelievable game number 2, where they won 11-1. The 1-0, down low, 2-0. They could load the bases up here in the first inning. You see Mcgriff, Bell, and Barfield will be up. So George Bell will be after Mcgriff. The 2-0. That's going to be a hard shot. Oh, what a catch! Oh, what a catch! I believe that's Walt Weiss. What a catch! Mosby, Fernandez, Mcgriff, Bell, Barfield, Gruber, Witt, Mullenix, and Manny Lee. They're hitting 280 in the postseason. Very good. Oh, that base hit could have had it. Here's George Bell, 1 out, 2 on. Oh, what a catch. I believe that was Walt Weiss, the shortstop. Outside ball 1. Bell, 333, a home run, an RBI. Second on the Blue Jays with a 935 on base plus slugging percentage. And that'll be big now, the 1-0 with 1 out. Down low, 2-0. Well, right now, Bob Welsh struggling. And the Blue Jays, that'll be a hard hit, and that one goes for a base hit. Are they going to try and score? They will not, and the bases will still be loaded. Bell gets a single, and the bases are now loaded for Toronto. Oh, is this going to be a correction game? I thought the last one was. When it was 9-7. Here's Jesse Barfield. The sacrifice ties it up inside, almost hit him. Now he's second on the Blue Jays with the 892 OPS. 2 home runs and 5 RBI. They got to be careful or it's going to be 4-1 Toronto. You're in the bottom of the first inning, the 1-0. That's going to be a strike. 1 for 4 in his last game, a home run and 2 RBIs. Barfield can really whale this thing. That's going to be behind to left field. This one could be near the gap. This one is going to be caught. They're going to tie the game, though. It's going to be 1-1. Lloyd Mosby scores on a sacrifice fly, and Mosby will come in. There's 2 outs. So a good catch there. And Welsh, here's Kelly Gruber, 286, a home run and 3 RBI. So here's Kelly. And the opening pitch, it's going to be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gruber. High and deep to left field. There's 2 outs, so they're going to run everyone. Back and making the catch, but Toronto ties the game immediately. And at the end of 1, it's 1-1. Parker, Steinbach, and Hubbard. Coming up, here's Dave Parker hitting 357. 866 OPS, no home runs, 1 RBI. And let's see what Jimmy Key can do. Remember, he got 2 outs and 2 pitches in the first inning, and that'll be a base hit, and it's been a struggle ever since. So a base hit, Parker will be on first. And now, so now you have Terry Steinbach, 313 hitter. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. 313, 688 OPS. No home runs, but he has an RBI. He's a good hitter. He's had a good series. And the American League, your catcher's more like your pitcher when it comes to hitting. Yeah, the catcher's very defensive in their purposes. Matt Ross, Dave Lawrence, Ricky Holiday, and Darryl Parker are your umpires. Matthew Ross, will be behind the plate. Third base umpire Darryl Parker, no relation to Dave Parker. And a swing and a miss there, so you can't yell at him and say, hey, favoritism. Can't do it. 1-2, 1 on, 2 outs. The 1-2. On the ground, a little tapper might go in their favor. Gruber to first, they get him 1 out. If he were any faster, he would have made it to first. And that mistake almost got a base hit, but Kelly Gruber was able to throw him out. Glenn Hubbard, 313, a home run and an RBI. An 813 OPS right now, and 1 out, 1 on. And Jimmy Key trying to prevent other runs from happening. And that's going to be a strike. He's thrown a lot of curves and hasn't had a lot of speed tonight. But right now, it looks like there's going to be a lot of base runners in this game. High pop fly. Manuel Lee is going to be back. You got 3 people. Lee with the catch, 2 outs. Manny Lee, and now Parker will be stuck at second base. And Walt Weiss, who saved a few runs with that incredible catch in the first inning, he'll be up. Pivotal game 5 in a wild, weird, and wacky series. On the ground, fouled it off, 0-1. Wild, weird, wacky was 1 for 3 in the last game with a home run. And here's Jimmy. Down below, 0-2. Again, Key is 1 strike away from ending this inning. He was against Canseco, and he started all that goofiness. The 0-2 with 2 outs. 1-2. I don't know what that was. Maybe that baited him, and he wanted to go to third base on that. The 1-2 with 2 outs now, top of the second inning. Outside, it'll be 2-2. Well, if Weiss can knock in Parker, that would be another run for Oakland. Remember, the last game was 9-7. They'll be down below. Let's see, Manuel Lee will get it. They throw to first. They get him. He's out. And Walt Weiss is upset, but you have replay, so that's an out. Bottom of the second inning, Oakland and Toronto 1-1. Witt, Mullenix, and Lee. So here's Ernie Witt. Hitting .211, 1 RBI. He hasn't got on. He swung at everything in the series. As we go to the bottom of the second inning, that's going to be a strike. 1-1, bottom of the second inning, Ernie Witt. Here's Welsh. Witt, that's going to be a shot to first, easy, and McGuire will step on and 1 out, Mark McGuire. You remember he got on. Yes, the game's only RBI for Oakland. Rance Molnix, remember he had that surprise home run? Remember he had that shocking home run? That was incredible. And I believe that was game number 2 when Rance hit it. Yeah, he was 2 for 4 last game with 2 singles. So he's kind of been on fire here. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. It has been a wild and crazy series. Except for game 2, there's been something really notable. That's going to be to the gap. He has 38 speed, and let's see Rance run. He's going to go all the way to second. He will not go to third. And Rance with a stand-up double. What has got into Rance Molnix? This guy, not many people heard of him. We remember him in the 1983 replay. But Rance, he gets a double, and here's Manny Lee. 1 on, 1 out. Manny Lee swinging a miss there, 0-1. He's hitting 188, 375 on base plus slugging. No home runs. He wants to get his first RBI here. Manny Lee, the second baseman. Down below. This will be third to first, 2 outs. So Lee goes nowhere there. And that was a good one. That was Carney Lansford, who's leading Oakland in hitting. Here's Lloyd Mosby. He walked in the first inning. He is dangerous. So there's 2 outs, 1 on. And Bob Welsh, who knows what he'll do here. And it's down low, 1-0. He's got a little bit to work with, but the 2 and 3 hitters are pretty good for Toronto. It's 2-0. A base hit might bring in Rance Molnix. He only has 38 speed. But that'll be low, 3-0. They're making sure Mosby doesn't hit a double. Molnix does have 38 speed, but he could come in. That's 4. They walk him on 4. I don't know if Bob Welsh wanted to do that. I think he wanted a couple of those as strikes, because now you got Tony Fernandez. He's hitting 300, a home run, and 3 RBIs, and he's not bad. And then if you walk him, you got the crime dog. You got Rance at 38 speed. Lloyd Mosby is an 83. So if you hit it in the outfield and it's a triple, you can score 2 runs. Down on the ground, it's all moot. It's all moot as we end the second inning. The top of the third inning now. We're still tied at 1. Top of the third inning, Stan Javier. He flew out in the first. 3 for 9 in the series. And here's Stan Javier. Jimmy Key now. And that's going to be low ball 1. So Toronto and Oakland, remember the first 2 outs were 2 pitches. And that's going to be a strike there. 1-1, they were very aggressive. And the last 27 pitches, they've only got 4 outs. And that'll be Fernandez. An easy one to Mcgriff, 1 out. So Fernandez to Griff, Cyro, 3-2-9. Good to see you. This is a wild and wacky series. This series has been crazy. If this were the ALCS, you'd be seeing a dandy. If they were in opposite leagues, the World Series would be memorable. Here's Carney. It's going to be outside ball 1. Carney is the best hitter for Oakland in the entire lineup. Carney Lansford, 0 for 1. 1 out. That's going to be a strike, 1-1. Jimmy Key. That's going to be down below. The Fernandez to Mcgriff, 2 outs. So Key starting to settle down and be in a groove. Watch this. This is Fernandez. Right there, that was a great throw. I mean, Lansford has 70 speed. He threw that at 92 miles an hour. Why does he not pitch? And here's Canseco. Probably because if you have a fastball, people will time it. But that's going to be ball 1 to Canseco. Remember, he had a single. He's starting to pick up his average, but we know they're the Bash brothers because they hit home runs. And you know one of them is coming. This will be to right field. Should end the inning. And Jesse Barfield with the catch. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It is 1-1. Mcgriff.
Leading off for the Jays, the first baseman, number 19.
Here's Freddie lined out in the first. Fred Mcgriff 0 for 1. And a pitch inside, 1-0. Mcgriff is 0 for 3 and he walked. Bottom of the third inning. The pitch. Inside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 bottom of the third, that's going to be high, 3-0. George Bell on deck. Mcgriff is 0 for 1. If Mcgriff gets on, Bell is no slouch. And that's going to be a strike. It's like Mcgriff is Mickey Mantle, and George Bell is Roger Maris. Oh, he took 2 pitches. He could have swung at and hit hard. But now you got a full count. Nobody out, nobody on. A walk doesn't seem imminent. And that's going to be high and fouled off. He'll get another one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2, Mcgriff. Oh, it's deep to right field. This one is back, and he has tortured Welsh. He has tortured Bob Welsh all game long, and he has tortured Welsh, and especially in game number 2. Fred Mcgriff, his 4th home run of this series, and it's now 2-1 Toronto. Oh, that's big for Fred Mcgriff. Fred Mcgriff, a big home run, and it is 2-1. And of course, they now have the lead. It was a 3-0 count. He took 2 pitches. Ironically, it would have been better if they walked him. They gambled and lost. Don't take him to Vegas. And it goes into the football field. It's 2-1. Don't take him. Don't take Welsh to Vegas. And that's George Bell. He'll go foul 0-1. It's now 2-1. Toronto leads, bottom of the third inning. A pivotal game 5. Nobody's eliminated, but sure going to shape 6 and 7 in Oakland. Low ball 1. Bell was 2 for 4, a home run and an RBI last game. So, that's going to be a little chopper caught. And Will Weiss, another great catch. That's hard to make because you're leaning, and that's right in the gap. It's raining. It's so easy to lose concentration. And Jesse Barfield, he had a sac fly in the first, scoring the RBI. Remember that deep hit to center field. And that's going to be inside, ball 1. Jesse Barfield inning 238 in the series. You remember him in the 83 replay. He'll be outside, ball 2. A lot of people are anticipating an Oakland, Minnesota ALCS, but don't be so quick. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Remember in 83 replay, Toronto went through, won the wild card game over the Yankees, and went all the way through to game 7 of the series. This one is deep to right, and underneath is Canseco, 2 outs. You remember that in the 83 replay last year, Toronto went all the way, and it looked like they would win the series. There were times when they looked unstoppable, and then Philadelphia came back and they pulled the role reversal and won it all in a heck of a game 7. Here's Kelly Gruber. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. 0 for 4, and he had the hat trick last game. So Gruber wanting to try and reverse that. Did he go? No, 1-1. So Welsh now getting hit quite frequently as a pitcher. Gruber to left field. And deep, caught though. Stan Javier with the catch. But Mcgriff, that's the wrong uniform. But Freddie Mcgriff, good night. Good night, Freddie Mcgriff. And it is a 2-1 Blue Jay lead. Top of the 4th inning, and Mark McGuire, the second half of the Bash Brothers will be up. So let's see how Jimmy Key reacts. Top of the 4th, 1 for 1. Outside, ball 1. 45 homers in 159 games. That was a long time ago. High center field. Underneath, 1 out. Well, that's pretty good. Lloyd Mosby is fast. And here's Dave Henderson. He flew out in the first. And Dave Henderson. Underneath. 2 outs. Manny Lee to Mcgriff. 2 quick ones. So Manny Lee doing well. Here's Dave Parker. Remember, he had a long single in the second inning. He's 1 for 1 today. So in the top of the 4th inning, Toronto a 2-1 lead. And that's going to be a strike right down the middle. 2 for 5 in the last game, a double and an RBI. Key has 39 pitches. He's trying to get out of this inning with a relatively few number of pitches. 0 for 2. Remember, he got the first 2 outs and 2 pitches. And this inning, it's been a low total. The 0-2. High, and they would shift it too far to the right. Too far to the right to be caught. I don't care if you had Carl Lewis or Usain Bolt. You're not getting that. Struck him out. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th inning. The score, Toronto 2, Oakland 1. Ernie Witt now 0 for 1, grounded out in the second inning.
The catcher, Ernie.
So here's Ernie Witt, bottom of the fourth inning. Low ball 1, 1-0. So Witt has not had the greatest series in the world, but he's had his moments. Witt, and he hung this. This will be to the gap. Let's see how far Witt can go. That ball almost went out, and Witt will go to second base. Ernie Witt with a stand-up double, and Toronto's ready to add to their lead. Now the question is, you know the way the game's going, are you going to play small ball or not? You got Welsh struggling. Do you gamble that he's really going to struggle? I mean, Ernie Witt, he hung that, and Witt just wailed that. So Sire 0329, good to see you. Might have my stuff by the end of the week. Rance Molnix. And Rance, remember, he had a stand-up double. He only has 38 speed. He's been on fire in the last couple of games. Rance, and it's quickly 0-2. If he were to get a base hit RBI, people would say, Rance. Remember, Oakland's number 1. They look unbeatable. And that's going to be fouled away. That's why Toronto needs these runs. They got Oakland in the first series blues, as you call it. The first series is where you want to get the upset. Struck him out, 1 out. And anything in the NCAA tournament, and NFL football, and anything, you get your big upsets. If your number 1s last the first round, then they usually go a long way. And Oakland is trying to survive this series. There's Manny Lee, and that's a strike. Many feel that Toronto needs to win this game, because Oakland might blow them out in Game 6 at home. You never know. The 0-1 with an out. And they're not going to get anything. They throw to second. He's back there. That's the feeling. If Toronto wins, Oakland could go back to Oakland, and if they were to have a blowout game, they haven't had a blowout win. McGuire will step on first, and Ernie Witt will go to third. There's 2 outs. So any sort of a base hit, and Toronto will take a 3-1 lead. Here's Mosby, and you got a very good hitting 1, 2, and 3 coming up. Welsh has struggled against these. That's going to be fouled back, 0-1 to Lloyd Mosby. Fourth inning, bottom of the fourth, you're looking at a hard hit to right, and that's going to drop foul. So 0-2. If they get him, that would be so big if you're Oakland. Struck him out, and they go to the fifth. Ernie Witt is stranded on second base. He got the double to begin the inning, and he stood there. And Bob Welsh, shoo. It's still 2-1 Toronto. Here's Terry Steinbach, 0 for 1. He grounded out in the second. So here's Jimmy Key. And that's going to be a strike. Terry Steinbach is now stepping in. It's going to be down below 1-1. Well, if you're Jimmy, I mean, that's going to be a strike again, 1-2. So Jimmy Key. Oh, they didn't give it to him, and Jimmy Key is, yeah, he's saying something. I don't know. I don't think it's disparaging. He's a little frustrated. But let's see what Terry Steinbach does. Steinbach has second life. Here in the top of the fifth inning, it's a 2-2. And it's going to be jammed, running in. They'll get him. Barfield underneath, 1 out. So no harm, no foul. Acosta pitch, though. Key only has 47 of them in a day. If he was up to 70 or 80, that might hurt a lot more. But now Glenn Hubbard, he popped out in the second. He does have a home run in the series. Toronto 2, Oakland 1, one out here in the top of the fifth. And that's going to be a strike down low. 1 for 4, a home run and 1 RBI in the last game. That last game was crazy. They led big late in the innings, and then it was just goofy from then on. And Oakland knows their bullpen is burned a little bit, so they want to stick with Welsh as far as possible. And same with Toronto and Jimmy Key. Here's the 1-2. And it's going to be inside 2-2. Remember, they win a lot of innings. They went 13 innings in the first game here in Toronto. On the ground, let's see, Fernandez to first, and they get him, Fernandez to Mcgriff. That was tough. And now it's going to be 2 outs, top of the fifth inning, and here he is, Mr. Playmaker. Defensively, he's been incredible. Offensively, he grounded out in the second inning. And we're in the top of the fifth now, Jimmy Key. High ball 1. Toronto 2, Oakland 1. High pop fly. Barfield in right. Ocamp under this. And make the catch. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. The score, Toronto 2, Oakland 1.
Leading up for Toronto, the shortstop.
Fernandez 0 for 1. He was hit by the pitch in the second inning. And that's going to be low ball 1. Toronto 2, Oakland 1. Here in the bottom of the fifth, the 1-0. That's good. Oh, I'll tell you what, down low, that's not where you want to work if you want a guaranteed call with the pitcher. Fernandez, remember, he had that huge home run in the last game. Right down the middle, 2-1. He had that 3-run homer. That made everybody just look up and go, that's unbelievable. It's one of the best biggest home runs in Toronto history if they win the series. It'll be 2-2. Bottom of the fifth, they have a 2-1 lead. It goes Fernandez, Mcgriff, and Bell. And Fernandez the 2-2. High and fouls it back. Bottom of the fifth, the 2-2 to Fernandez. That's going to be to right field, but foul. And it'll drop. Tony Fernandez. He had a couple really good plays tonight. The 2-2 with nobody out. On the ground, that was a mistake. Picked up Weiss to first. And 1 out, Weiss to McGuire. Fernandez knew he made a mistake. But here's Fred Mcgriff. He's MVP so far in this series. He is MVP. And that's going to be down below 1-0. Mcgriff in the last 3 games, he scored 5 runs himself. He hit that home run. It made it 2-1 Toronto. Bottom of the fifth here, that's going to be a strike, 1-1. 1 out, you have George Bell that's coming up, so if you walk him, Bell can easily get Mcgriff in. And that's another mistake. He's getting Carney Lansford to McGuire, 2 outs. He's getting people to swing at those low pitches, and he knew he blew it. And Lansford is like, all right, Bell now. He's 1 for 2, a single in the first. 348. So it's going to be a strike right down the middle, 0-1. George Bell 1 for 2. Bottom of the fifth inning. Outside 1-1. Bob Welsh going for number 75. High in the right field. Canseco is running. He's not that fast. He caught up to it. It'll be 1-2. Bottom of the fifth inning. Bell trying to get on. He'd like to get on with something. High pop fly should end the inning. Underneath is McGuire, and that's going to be it. At the end of the 5th inning, Toronto still holding on to the 2-1 lead. Not much action. Top of the order for Oakland here in the 6th inning. Here's Stan Javier, the fly out and the ground out. He's hitting .300 in the postseason. And Jimmy Key now begins the 6th. That'll be a strike, a curve. Right there, Javier 0 for 2. And again, that's going to be hard hit. It'll go curve foul, though. And it'll be 0-2. Stan Javier 0 for 2 today for Oakland. I mean, my goodness. That'll be down low. Nothing happens. That was a little league pitch. 1-2. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That'll be a shot. Manny Lee will pick it up. Throws to Mcgriff. They get a 1 out. So good play by Manny Lee. It's defensive plays like that that stop things from happening. And you can see Lee, the backhand, and in the rain, he was able to move and not slip. So now Carney Lansford is 0 for 2. And that'll be a strike. They give him down low, and that is big. Lansford 0 for 2 today, 0-1. Jimmy's looking good. And as I say that, underneath, Fernandez bobbled it a little bit, throws to Mcgriff. They get 2 outs. So Carney Lansford, the leading hitter as the day began. Fernandez, you can see, was in his glove. He wanted to make sure, but the fast speed made him rush. That could have been an error. Here's Jose. Jose against Jimmy Key now. And that's going to be inside, 1-0. Jose Canseco, top of the 6th inning. Canseco is 1 for 2 on the day, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Jimmy's looking good here. Underneath, and just as I say this, but it's running, and that's a line out to center field. Lloyd Mosby had to run, and he got it. I thought it would drop, but you got Barfield, Gruber, and Witt in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Jesse Barfield, 0 for 1, bottom of the 6th inning. Barfield a sacrifice fly and an RBI. So Bob Welsh is still in the game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Toronto trying to add runs. That's going to be a strike, 0-1. And this is very big for Jesse Barfield. He'd love to get on, 1-1. You don't understand, whenever you get on and you're fast, you influence all the rest of the batters because they get fastballs. So underneath, Weiss to McGuire, 1 out. You know, if you get on with a walk and you're a leadoff, now all of a sudden people are getting better pitches. But now Kelly Gruber's 0 for 2. He's going to get junk thrown to him. Yeah, 1 out. Oakland had a base hit. Toronto had a sac fly and a home run. Gruber's hitting .286. Bottom of the 6th inning. Down low, 1-1 with an out. Bob Welsh against Kelly Gruber. That's low, 2-1. He's not getting anything to break. The curves are not breaking what he wants. Remember, it was Mcgriff and Bell that both got fooled by him, and they were outs. That's going to be a strike. He got the cutter low, but anything that's a curve, they're laying off. So it'll be 2-2 with one out. The Gruber. That's 3-2. The curve is not hitting for strikes. And you got Ernie Witt coming up. With one out, the pitch. And he got the cutter in there, 2 outs. Welsh's third strikeout of the day, and here's Ernie Witt, who doubled in the fourth, and he stood on second base going, well, I'm not moving. Kind of like waiting for a bus. That's Witt. He's going to foul it back. He's very aggressive at the plate. In the last game, he was 1 for 3. In this game, he's 1 for 2. He might be 1 for 3. If there's a bottom of the ninth, he's going to bat no matter what. That's going to be high into right field. Is Canseco going to get it? He's running. Caught it. Oh, he caught it, and Jose Canseco with his speed. We go to the 7th inning, and I'm going to go make my chicken. So I will be right back. I'm going to throw my chicken in, and I will be right back now, top of the 7th. And McGuire will start. Enjoy some of the stats as we go. Let's go. Let's just keep it here. Enjoy some of the stats. I'll be back after a quick 2-minute break to make my chicken. All right, we're back. And here we go, top of the 7th inning as I have my chicken and everything cooking. So that's going to be good. It's going to be down below, 0-1. You can see only 7 base hits in the game. Dwayne Ward and David Wells. 2 good ones. So it'll be 2-1 Toronto, 7th inning, the 1-0. And Jimmy Key down low, 2-0. Dwayne Ward, David Wells, Jimmy Key. My goodness. The names on the roster are absolutely incredible. The 2-0. And that's going to be high, strike 1. The 2-1. And that's going to be a strike again, 2-2. McGuire. 1 for 2 today, the 2-2. Down low, 3-2. You don't want to put on anybody with nobody out. So Key wants to go after McGuire. Ball 4. Oh, love eggs. I got to love eggs ever since I was international. I love eggs. And now there's going to be a pitching change. So Jimmy Key gave it his most. A very, very good performance. And the Blue Jays leading 2-1. And Jimmy Key will go out. Now the pitcher is John Cerruti. He was not anyone who was warming up. His ERA is terrible. Righties are licking their lips. Lefties don't like him. We're going to see about this one. Here's Dave Henderson. Let's see what they do here. John Cerruti. There's one on but nobody out. Oakland. Go time for Oakland. If they don't score another run, I mean, they're going to be down 3-2. Yes, they have another home game, but there'll be no margin for error. I mean, they got the last 2 home games. Cerruti the 1-0. That's going to be high. Henderson to right field. Barfield is back, and he'll make the catch, and they're not going to take second. McGuire only has 36 speed, so that's going to be 1 out, so he doesn't get to second base. Dave Parker will be up with 1 out. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Dave Parker, 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd inning. This is so big. At the drop of a hat, this thing could go crazy. And it's going to be a strike, 0-1. If you're an Oakland fan, you want this victory because you know it's unlikely you'll lose 2 at home. And it'll be 1-1. With a win, you know you're up 3-2. You know one of the 2 games, you'll get the balls bouncing your way underneath this Gruber, and that's 2 outs. And there's going to be 2 outs. Terry Steinbach will be up now. Remember, Steinbach had that weird tap the ball, and it rolled on the ground, sort of hit. 0 for 2 is Steinbach. Cerruti here in the 7th inning. And that's going to be another tapper, center field. And Lloyd Mosby with the catch. Well, Toronto still leads 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Mullenix, Lee, and Mosby.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for
Greg Caderet, or Caderet, I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to say Caderet. Caderet is 2 games, and you can see his ERA is awful.
leading up for the Jays, the designated hitter.
When you see somebody like that with 1 appearance, and they're awful, that doesn't give you a really good reading on them. I mean, look at last inning. I mean, Cerruti looked absolutely like garbage. You're like, why in the world would he come in? And all of a sudden, it's like he comes in and does his stuff. Eric Plunk is warming up in the bullpen now. It usually takes, in the World Series, it's accurate. It gets more accurate because of the number of games, and it's 2-0. But you don't know whether those numbers are accurate or they just have 1 bad game. Mullenix, and he knows he shouldn't have gone after that. He knows it. 2-1, bottom of the 7th inning. Toronto 2, Oakland 1. High and fouled it off. So right now, Rand Smolnick's in the bottom of the 7th inning, already 2 strikes. And they go. He goes for that low pitch. Cataray to McGuire, 1 out. Here in Exhibition Stadium, here in Toronto. Manny Lee now 0 for 2 ground outs. Manny Lee now, bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to be a ball, low ball 1. So Manny Lee 0 for 2 today. The second baseman, some all right defensive plays, some good ones. Oh, they're not giving anything here. Rand Smolnick's, he knew. That's a swing and a miss. He knew he got fooled. Still upset with himself in the dugout. That's going to be a hard shot to right, and it'll hit the ground. Canseco cannot come up with it. He dives, and he does not come up with it, and that's big. Watch Manny Lee. He gets a single in right field out of this. Lloyd Mosby's 0 for 1. Mosby takes the first pitch. Deep! Stewart. And it'll be caught, 2 outs now. Two outs. And Tony Fernandez. He had the home run and 3 RBI. So here's Fernandez. 0 for 2, 10 pitches so far, outside, ball 1. So 1 on with 2 outs. Oh, they got him. They got him, and there he is. Well, 2-1, we go to the 8th. David Welsh will come in. He was somebody warming up. 1 game, 1 inning. Nobody did a thing against him. But he didn't get a strikeout. So all 3 outs were in play. Here's Glenn Hubbard. 8, 9, and 1 will come up for Oakland. Glenn Hubbard 0 for 2, popped out, grounded out. Under 300 for the series, 278. David Wells. And that's going to be shot foul. Almost hit the catcher. Wonder, somebody should be catching for the catcher, you know, guarding him against those. I mean, lower levels they do. I understand it's the major leagues, but God, can't you pay somebody to stand in front of the catcher? That's $1 million if he gets hit in the back. It's going to be 2-1. Tom Hankey, he wants to be in. The A's only have 3 hits today. That is so big. Wells outside, 3-1. Walt Weiss is on deck. Glenn Hubbard, David Wells. See what he can do. The 3-1. It's 3-2 now. Full count. It's pouring down rain. It's 3-2. Nobody out. Hubbard hits it. Caught, 1 out. The crime dog, Fred Mcgriff, with the catch, and Glenn Hubbard. And Walt Weiss. Walt Weiss flew out and grounded out. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. So 0-1 with 1 out. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. The 0-2 with 1 out, and on reached for that one. It's going to be tough for Lee. He throws, he gets the out. Well, they're really mowing down Oakland now, and Toronto could be up 3-2 here. As Stan Javier. Stan Javier, 2 outs. Rounded out in the 6th inning. And David Wells now. Javier's 0 for 3. And it's going to be high. Oh, they call a strike. Oh, how big this is. Top of the 8th inning, 2-1 Toronto. The same place, and they call a strike again. It's 0-2 for Javier. David Wells could get out of this inning. This would be really big if he could. High and fouled it off. The 0-2 now. With 2 outs. High, are they going to get to it? No, they won't. A lot of foul ground. Javier again, the 0-2, 2 outs. That'll be to right field and foul. Stan Javier, 0 for 3. The 0-2. High pop fly underneath. That's going to be 3 outs. The bottom of the 8th inning. Toronto 2, Oakland 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Oakland.
Here's Eric Plunk. 2 games, 3 innings. 4 strikeouts. You can see lefties really like the guy. Righties don't like him. Bottom of the 8th inning. Egg cups. Man, I'm thinking of if you ever go to Thailand, get those omelets they make. They make these omelets. They put eggs. They fry the eggs, and they put a lot of eggs in there, and they put chicken and all this sort of stuff in the eggs, and it's really, really good. But the Thais then put it over rice. Oh my God, is it good? It is really good. Fernandez, yeah, he swung and it hit him, but he swung when he did it. In an earlier game, we took you through that rule where if you swing and you're hit, it's a strike. Oh, Fernandez, he's going to get an insurance run. He's going to get a home run, and it's gone. Tony Fernandez, last game he had a 3-run shot, and this game he has a home run. What a surprise this guy has been. Before 2 games ago, he was just a little hitting shortstop that didn't have a great average and wasn't doing anything. And in the last 2 games, he's been absolute key. We thought in the 8th inning, in the 7th inning, we thought in the 7th inning of last game, it was going to be 3-1 Oakland and the game was going to be over. And now Tony Fernandez has hit a home run, and it could be 3-2 Toronto, with Toronto getting the swing of the series. And now the crime dog, Fred Mcgriff. Mcgriff had his home runs, and he had big home runs, don't get me wrong. But it has been Tony Fernandez, the timing of where his home runs were bigger. Remember, Mcgriff's 3 home runs. Oh, they count that as a swing, a weird one. Mcgriff's 3 home runs were in a game where it was 11-1. That's going to be 3 strikes, and he's out, 1 out. I'm not saying what Fred Mcgriff hasn't been. Oh, we don't want to see that shot. My God, a full moon rising. But anyway, we're not going to downplay what Mcgriff has done. What he's done is absolutely extraordinary. But we are saying that you should also talk about in the last 2 games, Tony Fernandez. So the 1-0 with 1 out, and that's going to be fouled off. 1-1 with 1 out. George Bell. You know, they get the insurance, so when the Bash brothers come up in the next inning, if one of them were hit a home run, then it wouldn't be a tied game, and that's going to be fouled 2-2. with 1 out. Now, if you're number 1 Oakland, if this score holds, you're facing defeat. You're facing elimination. 3-2 now with 1 out. Jesse Barfield is next. Here's George Bell, the 3-2. Ball 4, and he goes to first, and George Bell will be there. If Oakland doesn't come back in 3 more outs, then yes, Oakland will be going back for 2 games in Oakland. And it'll be elimination time for Oakland, not Toronto. And Barfield inside, ball 1. Boy, that game 6 can go any way in the world. It can be anything, and it's outside 2-0. That's how serious it can be. It could be anything. It could be a close game. Toronto could do it, who knows? 3-0. They could walk Barfield. There'd be 2 on for Gruber. Toronto wants to say, we know what we did against Oakland, and we want to make sure it doesn't happen. That's going to be a strike, 3-1. Oakland knows with their lineup coming up, they could easily tie this game up. Oh, he swung at ball 4, and he knows it. Oh, that was so big. Barfield, if he would have just walked, it would have been 2 on with 1 out, and the pressure would have been on Eric Plunk. The 3-2. Oh, and he swung, and he knows that was a mistake. He knows that was a big mistake, and now there's 2 outs. Kelly Gruber, he struck out in the 6th inning. So, bottom of the 8th inning, here's Gruber now, 0 for 3. And down low, 1-0. Eric Plunk, he's already given up the home run. For insurance, he doesn't want to give up more. Gruber to right field. Let's see if Canseco can get it. He does, and that ends the inning. Tony Fernandez, a timely shot, has given Toronto their insurance run. Oh my goodness, they're 3 outs away.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Blue Jays, number 50,
Tom Hankey will try and get his 3rd save of the series. He can walk people, which isn't good. Here's Carney.
the third baseman, number 4.
Carney Lansford is the best hitter. 2, 3, and 4. Both Bash brothers will be up. Hankey, and that's a strike. Every out is so big. They're down by 2 for Oakland. This would be monumental. The 0-1. Swing and a miss there. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout, and Lansford goes down. Hankey with a big strikeout, 1 out.
Now batting, number 33.
So that's going to be a strike to Jose. Remember, a miss, a whoops, an oh my God. That does not hurt. It'll only make it 3-2 and more exciting. Hankey already with a strikeout. He's got Canseco, 2 quick ones. It's not looking good for Oakland. The 0-2. This is down maybe to the gap. Let's see. It will hit the gap. And it was an 0-0 pitch. He'll go to second. But the biggest thing is this. Canseco might not win the game or tie the game with his run, but it's important for 2 reasons he gets to second. First, the double play. You're not going to have a double play on Canseco unless it's a line out. Second, McGuire can now tie it with a home run. So McGuire can tie it with a home run, and let's see what Hankey does. Tom Hankey, 1 out. That's going to be a strike right there to McGuire. McGuire a double and an RBI. Now he only has 36 speed. So that means if he does double, it doesn't mean a base hit again. They're going to switch places and tie the game. The 0-1 with 1 out, game 5. And that'll be fouled away, 0-2. Quickly again to McGuire. Canseco went down 0-2, and look what happened. Let's see what McGuire can do. Tom Hankey trying to pick up his 3rd save in 3 opportunities. It's high ball 1. It's 3-1. Hankey has a 2-run lead here. Tom Hankey against Mark McGuire. Hankey trying to close it out for the Toronto Blue Jays. Down low, 2-2. 1 out, 1 on, top of the 9th. Oh, he struck him out. Oh, he caught him going outside, and that's 2 outs. And it's down to Dave Henderson, and they know it. They know it's down to Dave. They know it's down to him. 1 more out. Toronto will take a 3-2 lead. That's going to be a strike. Top of the 9th inning, Hankey. Tom Hankey, 0-1 now. Dave trying to keep Oakland alive. High and fouled it away. He's the 3rd straight batter to go down quickly, 0-2. The 3rd straight. Canseco on second. Oh, he struck him out. That's it. That's it. Toronto's up 3-2. Oh, what a big win. And you can see them screaming win here. Toronto goes up 3-2 in their last game here in Toronto. Tony La Russa knows that when they go back to Oakland, they're going to have their work cut out for them. Number 1 has their heels against the wall. And the Toronto Blue Jays have a 3-1 lead. Have a 3-1 win and a 3-2 lead. Key with the win, Welsh with the loss. And what a day. What a day. Tom Hankey, his 3rd save. They're 1 game away from an upset. All they have to do is win 1. And now we're going to see the postseason. This is the post-game highlight show. You can see McGuire with an RBI. That RBI double, the only run for Oakland. It made it 1-0. Then you had Fred Mcgriff, the home run that made it 2-1. Unbelievable shot. And then you had this, Fernandez, and that was the insurance run. Fernandez hit it deep. He's been unbelievably timely with his home runs. And this was Dave Henderson. He struck out. And then look at Hankey's reaction. Oh, he loved it. Jimmy Key, the player of the game. He only gave up 3 hits and 1 run. He pitched really well. Bob Welsh gets the loss. He didn't pitch so badly. He gave up 2 runs and 4 hits. It was a pitcher's duel. A lot of these games are pitcher's duels. And now we're going to go to the post-game show. Jimmy Key, the player of the game and the win. So now we take a look and we'll view the box score. Jose Canseco was the only Oakland A with 2 hits. And he was 2 for 4. McGuire had the only RBI of the game, knocking in Canseco. Canseco with a double, McGuire with a double. The Bash brothers, both with doubles, the RBI to McGuire. And that was it for Toronto. Nobody got 2 hits. So Mosby had a donut, Barfield had a donut, and Gruber had a donut. 0 for 4. The bottom of the lineup, Whit, Mullenix, and Lee actually went 1 for 3 with hits and looked good. Mosby 1 for 2. He walked twice. He struck out once, but he raised his average a little bit. Doubles to Whit and Mullenix. What the heck is up with Mullenix getting these timely hits? Home runs, that timely one by Fernandez and Mcgriff. And RBI, Fernandez, Mcgriff. Remember, Jesse Barfield had to sacrifice fly to get the first run in for Toronto, and that was in the first inning. The bottom of the first inning, Fernandez was hit by a pitch, and a sacrifice fly again by Jesse Barfield, scoring the first run. Pitching-wise, Welsh with the loss. He pitched well. He got his ERA down. He had 2 earned runs. He gave up 4 hits. He gave up 2 runs. Both were earned. He had 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. Cataray was all right. He was good, giving up 1 hit, but then Eric Plunk the home run. His only hit he gave up was a home run to make it 3-1. For Toronto, you had Jimmy Key, very good. Cerruti with a hold, Wells with a hold. Both of them didn't even give up a hit. And Tom Hankey with the save, giving up a double to Canseco in the 9th inning. When you take a look at today's games, Toronto goes up 3-2. It would be a major, major upset. The winner of this series will play Minnesota. And my goodness, oh my goodness, is this going to be pressure for Oakland to win 2 straight. The game tomorrow, Pittsburgh up 3-1 against New York. Dunn against Bob Ojeda. It's going to be a big game because Pittsburgh, it'll be their last game at home. New York's aiming to win, trying to win 4 straight. They've had trouble getting runs, but in the last game you can see they got 5 of them. So maybe they're back on track, maybe they're not, we don't know. But they are number 1. So number 1 in the American League, Oakland, is on the brink of elimination. And number 1 in the National League is on the brink of elimination. We could have both number 1s go down. This is the way baseball is, short-term versus long-term. Short-term, you never know. And also with schedules, whether they're balanced or unbalanced, you never know. The season's a long one, hot streaks, you just never know in baseball. Toronto 3, Oakland 1. Toronto's up 3-2. Join us tomorrow as the Pittsburgh Pirates try and pull a major, major upset against the New York Mets at home. They lead 3-1. Have a great day, everyone. There is the full standings right here. Have a great day, everyone. We will see you tomorrow. Sire 0329. Enjoy your egg cups. I wish I could have some of them. They seem like they're pretty good. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow.